Good morning, social media world. It's your girl, Vanessa Maddox, live from the minivan. We have 1.5 amazing guests today, people. This young lady, we met recently. We hit it off immediately, and we have formed an alliance, a collaboration to help support one another in our burgeoning businesses. She is a former federal employee. She is a new entrepreneur. Good morning, Laura. She is a fairly new entrepreneur. She is a mom. She is a wife. She has multiple talents. She's actually going to be added to my tribe of hairstylists, because as you all know, your girl needs help all the time. So without further delay, I'd like to introduce Chequena and her son Alexander in the minivan. All right, let's flip over. Good morning, Chequena. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Awesome, awesome. Before we begin, I want you to say hello to the minivanners, but I want the minivanners, good morning, Stephanie. I want the minivanners to say hello to Alex. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Alex, say hello. No? Okay.
Moving on.
Alex is not interested. All right. Good morning, Dr. Teasdale. How are you? So good to see you. All right. Chequena.
Yes.
My introduction did not do you justice. I would like for you to go ahead and explain to the minivanners. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Crystal, I've been trying to reach out to you. Call me. Call me after the broadcast, please. Anyway, Chequena, I want you to tell the minivanners who you are, but I have you on today because you have a special, unique story. It's not that it's unique in terms of you, but it's unique because not a lot of women take the leap for various reasons. Hey, Roger Maddox, thanks for joining. So, as people continue to come in, go ahead and tell us who you are.
My name is Chequena Morris Hall. I'm from PG County, Maryland, and we moved here about a year or two ago. So my story is I'm a military brat, very educated, successful parents, and they raised me to do the exact same thing. I went to school to get my undergraduate. I have my master's in business administration, and I got the job, the 6 figures. I had the house, the children in private school, the husband. I had everything that you would think somebody would want in PG County, Maryland, but I still felt empty. As I went into the government building, I still felt like I was being trapped and I was not able to reach my full potential there. So something just came over me when I turned 35, and I just said I cannot do it anymore. I can't do everything that everybody thinks that I should do anymore. And so the chains were broken. A lot of people thought I was crazy, but I left my 6 figures and I decided to stay home with my kids. And then after I did that, 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. So a lot was going on in my head, and I didn't know how I was going to make it. But I continued to put one foot in front of the other, and I made a lot of drastic changes. And I just moved, and we moved to Virginia. Now we live with somebody, so we went from living on our own to living with somebody. But I don't regret it. I know that the steps that I took were drastic, and they were hard. And sometimes in order to get to the other side, you have to go through that process, because it turns you into somebody who you would have not originally become if you wouldn't have gone against the grain. Now I have a hip-hop dance studio here in Sterling, and I also have my revamped professional consulting with virtual assistant business, and I'm raising my children. I met Miss Vanessa, and that was great. And
thank you. I know people love me, Chequena. People love me.
Yeah, and so all you have to do is find one person that believes in you and believes in what it is that you're doing. And you and that one person, you guys just continue to pick each other up when it's down. I mean, my bank account went from having thousands of dollars in it to having $0 in it. My support system went to being 30 to 1. You know, because a lot of people didn't believe that I was giving up my security clearance, giving up my government job, giving up my independence. You know, I was giving up a lot just to become somebody else, because I knew that I wasn't created to just fit in the mold. I wasn't created to do what everybody else is doing. I was created to be different, and I always knew it, but I tried to be the same because it looks good and because it feels good, because you think that that's what everybody else wants you to do. But I had to take my mask off, take my makeup off, take my clothes off, take my heels off, and just look in the mirror and be true to myself. And I'm not saying that it's easy, but it is so necessary, because I refuse to have, I just didn't want to die and not have done something to try to get closer to what it was that I was created to be. I just didn't, because I still have my education if it didn't work out. I still have everything that I have that I need to go back to that life if I wanted to. So I needed to see what it was on this side. So I just recommend, if you guys have a passion that's burning inside of you, or if you have something that is just like edging at you every day, and you want a reason to wake up in the morning and you want that other part of life, I advise you to just do it and make plans. Don't just, I just took the leap because I felt like you don't have to see the whole staircase in order to take the first step. I just did it, and it was a little wobbly, but like I said, I had my one person who believed in me, and she got me to where I am now, and I love her for it, and she'll always be by my side. And you know what? It was a person that I least expected. It wasn't somebody who I knew since I was a baby. It was a coworker. Her name was Jerlene Tinsley, and she held me all the way up until I couldn't do it on my own. So that's it.
Okay. As you all can tell, Miss Chequena can talk. Can she,
Right.
minivanners? She ain't mincing no words. I love it. Just to let you all know how this collaboration happened, Chequena responded to a post that I posted on Facebook. Hey Zach, hey Pammy, hey Laura, hey Renita, hey Caroline, thanks for joining. I put out a post. I can't even remember what the post was.
It was asking for somebody to help you 10 to 15 hours a week as a virtual assistant.
Right. And what happened was, I was looking for a virtual assistant at the time, but what happened was, I decided not to do the virtual assistant thing.
Mm-hmm.
What I decided to do was meet with Chequena, because I wanted to find out how I could help her. I took myself out of the equation and I focused on her. And ladies, this is real talk, real life. If we can stop focusing on our little selves,
right,
and our little bubbles that we have put ourselves in, especially out here in Loudoun County, Virginia. There's so many people in bubbles out here. Y'all should be in a bottle of bubbles, and kids should be blowing you out.
Right.
This is real talk. So Chequena, tell the minivanners, when you walked out of your building for the last time, and you went home,
right,
what were you thinking?
I was thinking that I'm going to have to reinvent myself. And that's exactly what I said. It was kind of bittersweet, because I went to grab my badge, because you always have to badge in and out of the secured government building. So I went to grab my badge, but I had just turned it in, so I wasn't there anymore. And to me right there, I felt like I was my badge. I was that employee. I was what everybody else thought that I should be. So when I didn't have it, it was a freedom that came over me, but I also felt like I have to reinvent myself.
Okay.
So that's how I felt.
Okay. Chequena, thank you so much for coming on. I am not going to ask you the pop culture questions today,
Good,
because I have to run. I'm spending the day with my mom for Mother's Day. But folks, let's turn over. Thank you, Chequena.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming in the minivan. Folks, let me close out by saying this. Women supporting women, women helping women is so important that all of us should have it tattooed on our foreheads. That's how important it is. You know, this show came from nowhere. And I have people walking up to me on the street, literally, Vanessa, can I be in the minivan? I have a story to share. When can I get on your schedule? If you have a dream and a goal, stop making excuses. Just do it. If you don't know how to do it, call me. I will teach you. I'm going to charge you, but I'll teach you how to do it. Please don't be afraid. You don't have to leap like Chequena did. Not everybody has the strength and fortitude to do that. I get it. But find a way to achieve your goals. Get people, surround yourself with people that are like-minded. Get rid of the people that are not like-minded, even if they're in your family. Mama, daddy, sister, cousin. Okay? And before I close, I posted on Facebook this morning that I'm thinking about hosting a vision board symposium. Check out my Facebook post, and if I get 10 responses, I'm going to schedule the symposium, and whoever shows up gets to sit in a minivan and be interviewed. Okay? Let's get it going, people. I love you all. Happy Friday. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Barbara. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Please share this video far and wide. And also, please, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and share that as well. See ya.